The following video contains spoilers for Ordeal Call 1, Paper Moon. Discretion is advised. With the recent release of Paper Moon, it has come to my attention that people aren't aware of who this character is. Now, you might be familiar with this design from part 1 of the story, when the character introduced himself as Lev Lainur, who then turned out to be Demon Godpillar Flauros, one of the 72 demon gods working under Goetia. Now this man is not Lev Lainur. Well, not entirely. This man introduces himself as Lainur Gusion, an AI who is based on a German magus from the Clock Tower. Now, his personality is quite the shift from the maniacal Flauros we see in part 1, and that's because he's a different personality who has inhabited the same body. The origin of these personalities comes from Clock Tower 2015, a short story by Kinoku Nasu in 2014, which follows Flauros, who is a mage belonging to the Department of Archaeology of the Clock Tower. The story starts off by introducing us to Lev Lainur, who believes the purpose of a mage's life is to serve the past. He is met by Aoko Aozaki, who disguises herself as her older sister Toko, and they have a brief discussion about his philosophies of idolizing the past, as well as a notice he wrote to her, stating that he had died, one which he reacts to with confusion. We then transition onto the next scene, with Lainur Gusion, a man who believes the mage's life is dedicated to the future. He is met by Toko Aozaki, who disguises herself as her younger sister Aoko, and they have a brief discussion about his philosophies of idolizing the future. She receives a similar notice of death. A fun detail to point out is that Lev Lainur prefers Toko because he sees her as more refined like himself, and Lainur Gusion prefers Aoko as she's more of a free spirit like himself. At the end of Clock Tower 2015, we see Toko and Aoko standing over a grave with 3 names listed: Lev, Lainur, and Flauros, both of them realizing they hadn't met the other names on the tombstone. His death was a suicide, and they come to the conclusion that he must have had multiple personalities, and with each of them being obsessed with either the past or the future, they must have had a mediator so that they didn't conflict with each other. Presuming this mediator to be Flauros, a personality who focused on the present, they theorized that it was Flauros who took his life in order to stop the conflict between the past and the future, and thus Clock Tower 2015 comes to an end. In Moonlight Lost Room's materials, Lev Lainur's character profile writes, "By the way, on the time axis of Fate's Day Night, because this person commits suicide, the plan of the King of Mages is not fulfilled," implying the scenario for Fate Grand Order does not go ahead in any other timeline, purely due to the suicide of Flauros, stopping the emergence of the Demon Godpillar. Now to explain who Lainur is in the chapter. He is simply the personality Lainur Gusion, extracted from the body of Lev Lainur, who once worked with the Paper Moon. His use of the Raniment fireworks is a direct callback to Aoko Aozaki, who is essentially his only friend, with the chapter even having "Not Starmine" as part of the title. And that wraps up Lainur Gusion, our naturally attuned alter ego.